Cold Brewing Podcast, baby. Except this time it's not a podcast, but it's from someone who I discovered on podcast. I listened to the audiobook Raw Dog by Jamie Loftus. I also was lucky to see her and Sarah Marshall live in Portland, where they talked about the book, and then Jamie also had a live reenactment of her love and marriage to Joey Chestnut, the hot dog eating guy. But Raw Dog, it's basically a chronicling of Jamie spending a year road tripping across the country and eating hot dogs. And she's done other podcast projects I really love. ACCast. She did the Lolita podcast. She did one about spiritualism. What the heck was that one called? I can't remember the name of that right now. And then also, what was her first one? Oh, My Year in Mensa, where she joined Mensa and kind of talked about it. But I think she's just like an amazing voice and writer and speaker. And so I was excited to read this full-length book of hers. And I mean, I love hot dogs, gang. Like, this is very much Slobcore approved. It's in Slobcore's lane. And yeah, it was just a wonderful book. Like, her writing is great. She's hilarious and well researched, and talked about like the meatpacking industry and a lot of cool relevant history. And it was also interesting because I think it was like 2021 where she was doing this, and so it was in such an interesting time in COVID and pandemic response and just America in general. So I found it really, really good to listen to, and I kind of wish I had the physical copy now, because it would be cool to like go back and read it. I mean, audiobooks is reading, but it's cool having it. So who knows? Maybe I'll buy it. But yeah, so I highly recommend it. There are some amazing situations that she found herself in, and it's cool hearing someone talk about living in that era. Because like, and just the last couple of years have been so hard where I think people don't want to think about it, which I understand, but also like things have been so tumultuous. Like, it's kind of important to keep perspective of like where we've been and where things feel like they're going. And Jamie just did a wonderful job of it, and I was so happy to listen to it. And I just recently finished it, and of course it just finished with a bang. But you should check it out yourself. So with that, this is an end to Cold Brew and audiobooks.